In this video, we will cover the last section of this project, which is the resources section. If you are new to this series, we are redesigning a website for a Minecraft server and then coding it. Without further ado, let's begin. So the last section is going to be using pretty much the same ideas as the others. So what we'll do is I think the best one for the resources is going to be tons of games and events, so features section. So all we have to do is just change the background. And just like before, I think I'll just copy this radial gradient. I think it worked fine for the previous section, and let's just put it in to this one, something like this. And we'll change the text to check out our other content. For this section, we will have a grid with our additional resources. So I'm just gonna remove all the images but one. Right off the bat, let's rename this section from features to resources. The layout I'm imagining is there's gonna be a main item like this, and then everything else will follow the grid of 2 per row, so something like this. So this one is going to be for our store. As usual, I already have the images for this, so I'm just going to drop it in right away. There's our image for the store. Let's make sure we add a little bit of a gradient here. And we're going to type our text here, our store. So something like this. And then since it's our primary block, we wanted to have more attention. Let's add some text here as well. So I already have a little bit of text here prepared, so I'm just gonna paste it in. And the distance between them is gonna be 15 pixels, like this. Let's group them together. The distance from the left side is gonna be 30 pixels, so 1, 2, 3. And from the bottom as well, 30, 1, 2, 3. Perhaps we can even move it a bit further here. So let's just calculate 30 pixels from this side. So I'll just add this little gray rectangle to help me measure things. And there you go. Now we have 30 pixels from each side. So when we actually code this, we can just add a padding of 30 pixels and that's it. So there you go. Our first block is ready. Let's just put them together like this and group them. So this is going to be our featured resource. And now let's just duplicate it 4 more times and make it twice smaller than it is right now. So let's just resize this a bit. The width is going to be 450. Now let's figure out the height, because I wanted to have a distance of 30 pixels between them, between each of the blocks. So 1, 2, 3, like this. Let's duplicate it one more time. So we have something like this, which is a bit too close, I would say. We can later adjust it, but for now, let's just have the structure ready. Let's see how much space we have in between. So that's a bit, that's not enough. What I'll do is I'll just adjust it myself. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the size we want and the distance we want here. And let's just adjust this featured block to fit these guys. Now that we have something like this going on, let's maybe shrink it a little bit, because right now it's a bit too close to this navigation. So I'm thinking we can have 30 pixels from each side here. That would work the best. So 1, 2, 3. And then we just need to adjust the sizing here so that it's also 30 pixels. Let me just put the guide here. Okay, at this point we just need to clean it up a little bit. So let's just modify our text a bit more. Let's make sure that the distance between this text is 30 pixels. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry, not 30 pixels, 15 pixels. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 pixels. And at this point, let's just put the background images here. So this is going to be our voting link. So vote for us. And we can actually reuse this block right here. So this is going to be voting. Let's just go in and add our background for it. Again, this is something that I've taken from the Reddit. All of these pictures are community made. So yeah. For the Discord, we will add basically a custom graphic in a second. For now, let's just keep it like this. Let's make sure we update the text everywhere. And also group it. I'm gonna rename the main groups just so it's not repetitive, so everything is gonna have a section wording to it. All right, and I'm thinking we're gonna align this to the left. So there's gonna be a bit more spacing on this side. That's because we have this nav right next to our guides. So if we would put it all the way over here, it would look kind of weird. So we're just gonna have 60 pixel spacing here, and I think this is fine. Because if we put it like this, it's a bit weird as well. Let's take a look at what spacing we had on the features section. So I think this was supposed to be 90 pixels. So let me just do that. At this point, let's just prepare the pictures that we can prepare. So for the Discord and YouTube channel, we'll have our own custom graphic that we'll have to make. But for something like Help Portal, it's just going to be a background image that I've already prepared. As for YouTube and Discord, we will do things a bit differently. So let's just duplicate one of the other blocks. This is going to be Discord. We'll replace the image with one of the images from the server. Instead of having this linear gradient background, we will just replace it with a solid color with some opacity, like this. And just to make it a bit nicer, let's just take the space picture that we used before to add these particles and add them here on the Discord one as well. We can also make the saturation smaller on the actual image, and let's add Discord icon somewhere, just to show that this is something, I guess, special comparing to the rest of them. Now we'll do the same thing for YouTube. I will just duplicate the Discord part, change this to YouTube, replace the icon of Discord with the YouTube icon, and then replace this background with another picture from the server. Now that I'm looking at it from the preview mode, I can see that the Discord is a bit too dramatic. I can't really see what's going on in the background, so I'm gonna adjust that just a bit more. And now that we have that, I think we're pretty much good to go. And there you go. And this brings the video, as well as the whole design phase, to an end. In the next video, we will start the coding phase, where I will set up the project and also introduce you to a JavaScript library called fullpage.js, which will be a big part of this website. It will mean a lot for me if you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.